They'll be calling you a radical. So much to talk about. As in Fukushima, Japan, as we record history, I want it very much be said right now as they pulled the iconic marker down. They pulled the iconic sign down in Fukushima, Japan that read, "Nuclear power, the energy of a bright future." As the artist the artist that put it up, now he says, oh, he wanted it left up. It's like Nano. I like it how it's always after the fact. What is it going to be after the fact in California? After you're annihilated, I'm going to talk about Freda Meissner-Blau's death and the whole situation. I want you to read this. It says everything about her. Everything. The greatest human rights activist, and any of you women are activists, you need to understand her. And I'm going to talk about what she told me to my face as I met with her. She knew I was coming. She was ready for me. I've never been talked to like that by anybody in 35. I wouldn't let anybody talk to me except for her. Oh, she burned a hole through me. She knew my story. She was prepared. She was ready. And she just went to me. You should have heard her. She's like, "Kevin, I know your story, your path, your freaking dad's story in the Nevada test site, your cancer. Do not let anyone ever tell you that you survived cancer through luck. Do not ever go there. Listen to me." She says, "You hear me. Your friends are going to attack you. Your family's going to attack you. Everybody's going to tell you, you listen to no one. Do you understand me? You listen to no one." And she went on for hours. And she just burned a hole through me. She talked about her path and her journey. She says, "As your fight, Kevin, your intensity, your path, you are going to be an island. You are the spear of this movement." It was like she was preparing me. She's like, "Don't you drop the spear. Do you understand me?" I mean, she went off on me. She told me how it was. She told me her path. She knew my path. She says, "I'm nominating you for the Alternative Nobel Prize. Your journey, your path is..." Look, it's hard for people in Austria to understand that the Green Party here in the United States, I've talked to dozens of people, they don't understand the Green Party is not green here. It's hijacked. The people will do anything for money. The Green Party's not green. Greenpeace is not green. Where it is green there, she was head of the green. First woman, first female. I mean, she understood the neo-feudalism in the old capital. Marie Antoinette, Mama, Marie Theresa, the Roman Empire there. Vienna, all roads lead to Vienna. As I said, as Brie Joe sent me this article, she's got a scar across her neck this big. Chernobyl necklace. We sat in the cafe in Vienna, the cafe, right there where Freud sat, where Trotsky to the head sat, where Stalin sat, where Lenin sat. If you don't know anything about Austrian culture, Gustav, those paintings hung right above us. And if you know nothing about art and the artist activist, you know nothing about Austria. You know nothing about him. You know nothing about the intensity. Those paintings are disturbing. Really disturbing. Those sucked up Freeman, they're disturbing as it gets. But that's the way it's gotta fucking be. That's the way it has to be. She says, your family, you know, last night I thought about I should wait to put this up. And I'm like, why? Why? If I died, I would want, you know, her beautiful, incredible path and her journey in her life. She knew. She was preparing me. Oh, did she prepare me? I mean, hours. Hours. She burned, I told Prava when I walked out of there, I'm like, oh my God, you believe that just happened? I mean, burned a hole through me. I've never been talked to like that since for 35 years. So perfectly, so beautifully. And I've said on this vlog hundreds of times, not thousands, there's only one person I will ever let talk to me like that. I would ever even listen to. I would ever even pay attention to. Oh, her. I listen to every word. You know, when I put that up, that's exactly what she would want me to do. Oh, she says, don't you dare waver. She says, I was on my own. Nobody gave me fight. She says, you will be attacked at all angles. Don't you change your style. Don't you change your path, your journey, your freaking fight. And don't you ever let anybody tell you that surviving cancer was based on this, that, or luck. As CNN comes out now, environmental poison. You think 1 + 1 is still fucking 2. 1 + 1 is 2. She's with the angels now. 88. Like Michelangelo. You know, they pull that sign down, the propaganda machine. I love it how all you people after the fuck fucking fact. What are you gonna do with fucking San Onofre fucking meltdown? She'd been across America. She knew the African story. She knew the neo-feudalism fucking globalist fucking like nobody I ever heard. Ever. She got it on every fucking angle. Fought it up fucking. She talked about the fucking colonialists and the fucking royals and how they still exist and how this is what the fight is. The neo-feudalists, and who would not fucking know besides her in Vienna, in fucking Austria. All roads lead there. As I said in that cafe with Joe at Chernobyl, I heard those incredible stories. Cancer. I mean, her fucking amazing, amazing fight. Wow. Her last words to me. Kevin, you hear me. Don't you dare back down. You are the spear of this movement. Your journey with your father. I've nominated you for the Alternative Nobel Prize. Your journey, your spread the Nevada test site, your dad getting nuked, you getting leukemia, and your survival of cancer. Don't you dare drop this spear. You are the spear. You understand, and you're going to get no support. You're going to get no one nowhere. You're going to get nobody's going to come to you. You do get this. You do understand this. She understood that the freaking... Don't you dare stop. She understood that the nuclear activist community hijacked in the United States. She got it. She named off names. She'd been here. She knew. She says, what is the matter with you people? Softballing this thing. What are you? This is the greatest equal. I mean, she went off on Fukushima. She went off on Chernobyl. She went off on the whole freaking globalist regime. She went off on the IAEA. She went off. First word she said to me when I sat down. Kevin Blanch. Sit down and drink. First words. Kevin, understand this. And I think you do understand this, but it takes more nuclear energy to produce nuclear energy than they produce. First words, I says, oh, I do get it. And she went, I mean, we're talking hours. Hours. And that famous iconic photo that exists wasn't my idea. That was hers. She says, no, right here. You set it up. She provides you take this photo. She says, this needs to be recorded in the history of photo with Kevin and I. Wow. I was never been so moved. I've never been so moved by a person in my life. Greatest human rights activist that was living, bar none, on every fucking angle. You read this and then you tell me, you know, CNN's getting nervous. They're coming out now. Oh, last thing I will say this. 1 + 1 is not fucking 3. As I call it, the great equalizer. Oh, she knew that. She fucking knew that. She fucking knew it was a great equalizer. Cancer kills you at CNN, you board of directors. Getting nervous? It's not fucking luck. It's environmental poisoning for time and all eternity. Fukushima, the greatest. I asked her straight up, am I wrong with the saying that Fukushima is the greatest event in human history? Oh no, it by millions of times. And I want people to know in Europe that they don't understand the dynamic here. It's hard to get across that Greenpeace is not green. It's all about their money. The Green Party's not green. It's all about their fucking money. And the grassroots fucking activists like myself, it's hard to get anywhere. Fucking people fit us in. My doctor said the same thing as Freda. We were sitting in there with the 1% studies, one of my doctors and one of the caseworkers when this person was interviewing me on the 1%, how you survived, whatever survived. And this is a long, long time ago when I was still in the throes, and I still am. And I said, you know, I mentioned the word luck. You should have heard my doctor go off on me. She's, oh no, don't you ever say that again, Kevin. Oh no. You know, and that's the art of medicine. The art of medicine, she says, we have watched your fight. She says, no, don't you ever say it was luck. Yeah, great doctors, but you did it your way. You did it on your own without a bone marrow transplant. We just sat back and watched. We just kind of coached you and just kind of watched. We've just sat back and watched. Don't you ever say this is fucking luck. No, your place, your journey. Thank you, Freda. Thank you. You inspired me like no other ever has. And she made me promise that I would never quit. And I promised her. Oh, I'll keep my promise to her. Wow. Stand tuned.